city. The Birmingham Business Hall of Fame seeks to recognize business leaders who have dreamed big and made those dreams come alive. And tonight, we honor the 2019 class of inductees. We are proud to add tonight's honorees to the ranks of over 110 Birmingham business leaders who have made Birmingham a better place. Thank you all for your contributions to our great city. I also want to take this moment to thank Kiwanis members Lee Davis and Terry Smiley, who co-chaired the Hall of Fame Committee, which puts on this event each year, and all of their committee members, as well as Kiwanis staff, Gail Vaughn, Darcy Flowden, and Janet Berg. Great job, team.
It is so nice to see a full house of beautiful faces. Welcome again to the 2019 Birmingham Business Hall of Fame. I hope that you're enjoying your meal and this time with one another. We have an awesome group of individuals we want to recognize today. Before we begin our ceremony, I want to thank the Birmingham Business Hall of Fame Committee for their hard work tonight to make this event possible. And special thanks to Ty West and Jason Malloy for creating and producing tonight's honoree videos.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Terry Smiley. As Scott mentioned, the Birmingham Business Hall of Fame boasts over 110 esteemed honorees. We are honored to have several of them with us tonight. We would like to recognize these past honorees. So as I call your name, please stand and be recognized. Tonight, we have Mr. Tim Stevens. Please applause as I finish the list, if you don't mind. Dr. Darrell Crow, Mr. Tim Waitsman, Ms. Susan Matlock, Mr. Michael Cabot, Mr. Don Logan, Mr. Hatton Smith, Mr. Drayton Neighbors, Mr. Lee Steisinger Jr., and Mr. Richard Anthony. Let's give them a round of applause. And I must recognize Ms. Carolyn Featheringill, who is the wife of William Featheringill, who is class of 2017. And she's also a member of the Birmingham Business Hall of Fame Committee. So Carolyn, would you please stand to be recognized today? We would also be remiss if we did not take a moment of silence in memory of 2002 honoree and fellow Kiwanis, Frank Bromberg Jr., who passed away this June. Let's take a moment of silence. Thank you. Now, let's begin our induction ceremony. Our next inductee is Dr. Jesse Lewis Sr. Dr. Jesse Lewis Sr. has been a pioneer in marketing and advertising as the founder of Agency 54 and the Birmingham Times, two very successful businesses in the Birmingham area. The World War II veteran didn't stop at being a media visionary. He has also excelled as an entrepreneur, educator, and political consultant. Most importantly, Dr. Lewis has impacted generations of leaders in our community by serving as a mentor. And I can personally say that he's truly been an inspiration for me and many others. Let's watch the video.
Jesse J. Lewis Sr., Agency 54. Advertising and marketing maven, media trailblazer, business owner, college president, political consultant. Those are a few of the terms you can use to describe Jesse J. Lewis Sr., but the best is probably serial entrepreneur. Throughout a lengthy and distinguished career, Lewis found success in a variety of business endeavors in a range of industries, all while creating jobs, shaping Birmingham's economy, mentoring generations of leaders, and influencing the community for decades.
Trailblazer, visionary. I mean, he certainly had vision. People probably don't know that he was also in the music business for a long time. And so he's just, sort of a visionary and just a person who I think has accomplished so many things that other people only dream about.
Jesse Lewis, just quite a figure, amazing. Pace setter, individual who went through so much adversity. It's even hard to picture how he could have done what all he did with his business interest, but also his work across the community.
I think Dr. Lewis is not only visionary, I think he's entrepreneurial. I think by any stretch of the imagination, he's been wildly successful. I think he's done it through business acumen, but also because he's worked really hard.
And Jesse has achieved in so many ways, always been very keenly aware of the community, and is always reaching out, trying new and constructive kinds of things.
Jesse Lewis dropped out of high school to enlist in the Army during World War II. After serving in the military, he completed high school and earned a bachelor's degree at Miles College. While at college, it was quickly evident Lewis was an idea man and a natural leader.
He was a dreamer. Jesse always had big dreams, some of which I think people sort of chuckle at, and yet he went on to achieve them.
After graduating college, it didn't take long for Lewis to make waves in the business world. He founded Jesse J. Lewis and Associates, which was one of the nation's first black-owned advertising agencies. Before long, heavyweight companies like Coca-Cola and Bruno's were utilizing his expertise.
To understand how important that is and how much of trailblazing that is, you just have to recall that there were no blacks doing that in Birmingham, Alabama, back in the 1950s. But here was Jesse Lewis doing that, and he was getting all of our attention.
By 1963, he had founded the Birmingham Times, a weekly newspaper that was a force in the community for decades.
I also know that he was very candid about some of the racial problems in our community. And as a result of that, there was a time, at least once, maybe more, that the printer in Northport refused to print the paper. And yet he stayed at it.
It was widely read in those of us who try to follow the news, and it became a very potent political force. I oftentimes, as mayor of the city, I spoke to the community and I organized, frankly, through writing in the Birmingham Times.
But Lewis's contributions to the business world weren't limited to the advertising and media worlds. He was involved in a number of entrepreneurial endeavors, including serving as a principal owner of the first black-owned Walgreens in Alabama and founder of Lewis Mortgage Investment Company.
I mean, his accomplishments were just phenomenal to me. How can someone accomplish all those things in that amount of time?
Being a real trailblazer in the Birmingham community. When you start talking about the first person to do something significant in terms of building our community, Jesse Lewis's name pops up over and over again.
I think he's been a great role model for everyone because he's never let up a day.
Well, he has this saying that the harder I work, the luckier I get. And so I think he will tell you he wasn't successful in all of them, but he kept trying. And so I think that's a very important lesson that he shares with all of those people he mentors.
In addition to his business accomplishments, Lewis was a respected voice in community matters in Birmingham, often playing a pivotal role in key community debates and discussions.
I used to think he was very quiet. If he doesn't have something to say, he won't say it. But he is not afraid to let you know what he thinks and to be willing to share that in a meeting. He will speak up when he needs to speak up, and people listen. when he does because he isn't always the person who's always talking.
He was also a notable force in politics. He was appointed in 1975 to serve as the leader of the Alabama's Office of Highway and Traffic Safety.
He's very clever politically and very able. But he understands the importance of having a voice in politics and being able to reach across certain lines to communicate with people. That's a very, very important asset to have when you're dealing in politics.
In 1978, he was named president of Lawson State Technical College, a testament to a career-long focus on education. Throughout his career, he also made a point of paying it forward by serving as a mentor to numerous successful individuals around the region.
You meet someone, I would meet a bunch of different people. They all feel like they are the only people that Dr. Lewis is mentoring because he acts that way toward so many different folks. So people look to him for his mentorship and his leadership.
I just think it's unbelievable. I mean, he's in his early 90s, still involved, still passionately cares for this community, still outspoken at times in ways that are helpful, healthy by and large. I mean, he's got the good of the community at heart.
In addition to the successful business ventures and the importance of the Birmingham Times, many say it's his mentorship and community impact that will be his lasting legacy.
Jesse's never been what somebody would say it is a boat rocker, and yet he's constantly and quietly, effectively changing things for the better in this community.
I think he always was, as I said, visionary. He was entrepreneurial. He always could look way into the future and see where he needed to be and how to develop a business model around that. He's always been about business, and he's very serious about it. And I think his career has been remarkable if you look at it.
Think about all the leaders in Birmingham who he's mentored and all the little deposits that he has made in all of us. I think that's Dr. Lewis's real legacy. The folks out here who are leading our community into the future. I think that's the legacy that Dr. Lewis should be.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. It doesn't make any difference how many awards you receive during your lifetime or in other places. It makes all the difference in the world when your local community recognizes you as making a contribution. Thank you again. I could change my speech and talk about all the people who on this program has been on this program that I've been close to. It's a lazy brother. I taught his grandfather how to play golf. He and his dad used to gamble. We gambled every day. My first job that I really had was I was hired by Crawford Johnson II. Crawford Johnson III continued their relationship. And I'm looking forward to continue their relationship with the present owner of Coca-Cola Company. When you think about the city of Birmingham, you have to tell yourself that this is the greatest city in all the world. And a city is what you make it. And Winston Churchill once said, I'm paraphrasing, that it takes no time to make a 45-minute speech. It's very difficult to make a 3-minute speech. I promise you I'm going to stay with the difficult side. I have been in business all of my life. My grandmother started the business. Never went to school a day in her life. She organized a business with 9 children that she raised. And one day she told me that you are the smartest of all these children. Then you got to help me make sure they get out of college, because you're the smartest. And I learned in later years that my grandmother told everybody that. She raised 9 children. All of them finished college. Yeah. And as she later said, all of them smart with me. And I wish he was here tonight, and I was saying, look how many people came to see me and how smart I really am now. Listen, I want to thank you again for this strong support. I learned a long time ago, it is very difficult to do something by yourself. So I have always hired people who are smarter than I am. That wouldn't take very much. I had, over these 2 tables over here, you see agency 54. I'd like for you to hold up your hand, please, if you don't mind. These 2 tables. The young lady who's the president of the company, Martha Bozeman, she's put together a team is the best of the best. And we plan to keep it like that. Mark, I gotta tell you that Mark Twain once said, there's 2 days in your life that makes a difference. One is the day you were born, and the other one is to figure out why were you born. I am thoroughly convinced that I was born to share all the knowledge I've learned on a day-to-day basis to someone else. I also was born to make a financial contribution to all of those persons who are less fortunate than I am. And I was born to expect all individuals, regardless of race, creed, of color, of size, whatever. In closing, I want to thank the Johnson family. That's my first job. And the head of that young lady sitting right there, she run everything over there. And I appreciate them for the trust that they gave me many, many years ago. Thank you very much, and I appreciate you. Thank you.